Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's podcast. A big thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. I hope it proves beneficial and informative for you. A big thanks for those that send me feedback and stop me on the range to let me know their thoughts on my first podcast from last week. Definitely a lot to learn on my side. I'm going to try and take all the advice under consideration and make this podcast better and better as each week goes on. So a big thank you for taking the time. This week, I'm going to be talking about two things. First of all, something close to my heart, Brandon getting his first win in America on the PGA Tour, massive win at Harbour Town. And then secondly, going to be talking about low compression golf balls and golf balls in general, and giving you some really good information on how to choose the correct golf ball to suit your game and allow you to play better golf. So let's get straight into it. PGA Tour, RBC Heritage at Harbour Town. Brandon Grace, your winner, with a flawless 66 on Sunday. Played some exceptional golf throughout the week, especially on that last day, and proved to the world that this is a young man that's got serious game. Led the field in strokes gained, tee to green, which is obviously very important to me as the coach. Drove the ball exceptionally well. Iron play was good. Wedges were spot on. Also ranked 2 in putting for the week, showing that the work that he is doing with Dr. Cheryl Calder is really starting to bear fruit, and he's starting to become a really good, consistent putter week in, week out. Brandon gains exemption on the PGA Tour to the end of the 2017-2018 season, but more importantly, proved to himself and a lot of people that he's got the game to win on the biggest stage in the world, on the PGA Tour, and now heads into the US Open, British Open as one of the big name players to watch out at the next 2 majors. So really proud. Had a good chat to him on Tuesday. Got a little emotional realizing what he had actually done. You know, growing up watching the PGA Tour on TV, and now he can look back and say he's actually gone out and claimed that first victory. So could not be happier. So proud of him, and just an exceptional performance. At the same time, I think we ought to talk about Bryson DeChambeau. A huge talent, turned professional at the Harbour Town, playing his first event and finished in a tie for 4th, which is just incredible. Bryson, a lot has been talked about his golf swing, a lot has been said about his golf clubs and the unorthodox method in which he plays the game. However, I don't think a lot is said really about how good a player Bryson is, and I'm going to put my neck out a little bit here and say that I can see Bryson possibly be a pick for the Ryder Cup at the end of the year. He's an exceptional talent, and I think you're going to see a lot more out of him, or from him, should I say, over the next couple of years. The tour now heads to the Valero Texas Open, and we'll see Brandon tee it up there again, and hopefully he can carry on with his form. On the European Tour, we had a win for Andrew Johnston at Valderrama. Very tough conditions, very difficult golf course. Gets his first win there. And then on the Sunshine Tour, Lyle Rowe claimed a massive victory on the Zimbabwe Open as he came from behind with a 67 on the final day to win by 2. And then, obviously, I said to you I would like to talk about golf balls. And in my newsletter this week, I've loaded a link to a very cool website with a lot of really important information on golf balls, their construction and how compression works. But I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it and the studies and the tests that we've done in the shop. So basically, Callaway Golf came out with a Super Soft at the back end of, I think it was 2014. Ultra low compression golf ball, and it obviously has taken off, and we've seen companies like Titleist and Strixon also bring out low compression golf balls into the market. But there's some things that you need to know about low compression, because although these golf balls feel fantastic off the face, you're obviously losing a little bit around the greens. One of the things that we found with low compression golf balls is that off the driver it reduces spin, because you're only now compressing the core of the golf ball, but around the greens, because you don't have those extra layers, those extra pieces in the construction, you lose quite a bit in terms of spin and forgiveness around the greens, out of bunkers, or hit in the rough just around the green and be able to spin the ball and hold the ball on the green. Obviously now if you move to a 3-piece or a 4-piece golf ball, you get a lot more value in terms of your shot making ability, because now you're compressing the different layers, and that's why your tour professionals go to these 4-piece and 5-piece golf balls, because you know when they want to kind of spin a wedge wedge or hold the green with a 30 or 40 meter pitch, they don't want to be touching the core or compressing the core on that shot. They want to be working with one of the outer layers. So just bear that in mind when you go and have a look at golf balls. Come speak to my staff, come speak to the pros, find out which golf ball is going to benefit you, which golf ball is going to give you the correct amount of spin off the driver without losing any spin around the greens. At the same time, you don't want to go for a golf ball with that you can't compress if your swing speed is too low, because obviously then you're going to lose distance on the driver and the golf ball is just not going to perform for you. So bear that in mind when you go and have a look at golf balls. The golf ball is probably one of the most important pieces of equipment you have in your bag. So definitely take the time to read the article in the newsletter and also speak to my pros and find out what they have to say. Lastly, very cool video on Jeff Claus. Definitely worth a watch. He's just done the new VW Caddy advert on TV, and I think he's done a superb job. So definitely check that out. And so thank you. Hopefully kept it a bit shorter this week, and catch you guys next week. Thanks very much.